Do you want the ability to travel stress-free with just a 25-liter bag? Well, this is all the clothing you're going to need for any winter travel. Everything on this clothing list is going to easily fit in this 25-liter bag. For my toiletries and other essentials, I will be talking about that in a separate video. Those basically stay consistent regardless of where or when I'm traveling. For this trip, we're looking at a temperature range of -5 all the way down to -15 Celsius. Whenever it gets below -15, I'll probably be staying inside most of the time, doing museums and whatnot. Additionally, this trip will mainly be spent inside the city, walking around and exploring different stuff. I won't be doing much outdoor activities like hiking or snowboarding. If that were the case, I would be packing slightly different clothing. For this trip, it's important that I am warm, comfortable, and look decent, as I'll be in the city most of the time. Let's first talk about footwear. This is probably one of the most important things that people ask about. Should you be bringing one pair? Should you be bringing two pairs? When it comes to winter, I think it's pretty easy. You just need one pair of boots, and that's all you're going to need. You want them to be very comfortable, you want them to be waterproof, and ideally they look stylish as well. I'm going to be using the Vivo Barefoot Forest Tracker Escapes. I have done a review of these. If you want to check that out, I'll link that in the corner. These are great. They're super comfortable, they're warm, they're water resistant, and I can walk in these for hours and have no issues. If I didn't have these boots, I would probably just go for a standard pair of Blundstones that are waterproof, and as long as I have a thick pair of wool socks, they'll be plenty warm. Now let's talk about my base layers. This is probably the most important part of the packing list. Ideally, you're going to be switching out your base layers day to day and leaving your mid layer and outer layer consistent. This will allow you to pack less stuff and fit it into a smaller bag. I actually find that winter travel is easier to pack for. The clothing items are thicker, but you can get away with bringing less pairs of them. I'll be bringing 2 pairs of long johns. These are the Smart Wool 250s. They're super comfortable, they're extremely warm, and they're merino wool, so you can wear them for many days in a row without them stinking or getting dirty. These are also great for lounging around in the hotel or Airbnb. They almost look like a jogger pant. Since I am bringing a thinner pair of pants, I opted for the Smart Wool 250s. If I was bringing a fleece-lined pant or a thicker pant, I would probably go for a thinner pair of long johns. I will be wearing one pair on the plane, and I will be packing the other pair in a packing cube. For my top, I will be bringing 2 pairs of the Uniqlo Heattech Ultra Warm tops. These are super affordable, they look great, they're comfortable, and they're extremely warm. I would put these up against any of my more technical base layers that are made of merino wool or polyester. They're extremely warm, and they're also versatile enough to wear on their own, going out for dinner or something like that. I've also worn these multiple days in a row and had no issues with them getting dirty or stinking. I've also opted for the all black or blue for most things. This is to prevent any stains from showing, as I very often spill coffee on my shirts while I'm traveling, so to prevent that, I'm mainly wearing black. I will also be bringing this Mountain Hardwear 3/4 zip grid fleece sweater. This is great. It doubles as a base layer by itself, or I can fit it on top of my Uniqlo base layers to keep extra warm. This sweater is extremely warm, it's versatile, and I think it looks good enough that you could even kind of dress it up for a dinner or something like that. Another option would be something like the Arc'teryx Delta LT, or even just a cheaper fleece from Uniqlo. It's also very breathable, so you won't sweat in it, and in combination with the Uniqlo Heattech, it's going to be very warm. Lastly, I will be bringing one very light workout shirt. This is the Patagonia Capeline Trail shirt. It's super light, it's breathable, and weighs basically nothing. I'll use this for lounging around the hotel or Airbnb. I can work out in it. I can also use it under the Uniqlo shirts to prevent sweating. I'll put both the Uniqlo shirts in my packing cube and then wear the Patagonia shirt as well as the Mountain Hardwear shirt on the plane. This will better help me manage my temperature. If it gets too hot on the plane, I'll be able to take off the sweater and just have the very light shirt. The problem with the Uniqlo shirts is that they'll be very warm, and if it's too hot on the plane, I might oversweat. Now let's go over what pants I'll be bringing. These are Gap stretch jeans. They're a regular fit. They're very comfortable, they're versatile, and I can wear them for a long period of time with no issues. I'm only bringing one pair because I have 2 pairs of the long johns. Since I will be wearing the long johns every day, there's no need for me to change out my outer layer. The jeans will be perfectly fine for weeks on end with no issues. They're great for walking around for long periods of time. They're durable, they're breathable, they're stretchy, and they're super comfortable. You can also dress them up or dress them down. And because they're black, they won't show any stains. Additionally, I will be bringing 1 pair of swim shorts. These are the Saks 5-inch lined swim shorts. I can use these for swimming, obviously, but I can also use them for lounging around, sleeping, or even working out. They're also super light and packable, especially in the 5-inch length, so they don't really take up much room. Now, in terms of jackets, I will be bringing a mid layer and a outer layer. For the mid layer, I will be bringing a synthetic puffy. This is the Arc'teryx Atom LT. It's very lightweight, super packable, it looks good, and it's warm. I have done a review of this as well. I don't necessarily recommend picking up this jacket. Check out the review in the corner if you would like. There are other great options options out there that are much more affordable: Uniqlo down jacket or the Decathlon Trek 100. But I already have this jacket and have used it on multiple trips with no issues, so I will be bringing it. It will be going in the front pocket of my backpack because it's super packable. It has an insulated hood, so you don't need to bring a toque or warm hat, and this in combination with the Mountain Hardwear fleece will provide you with a lot of warmth. I will also be bringing an insulated trench coat. This is great because the insulation is actually removable, so it is super versatile, and it's also waterproof. I can wear it by itself to dress it up more, or I can wear it on top of the Atom LT and it'll be extremely warm. So if I layer the base layer, the fleece, the Atom LT, and this trench coat, I'll be extremely warm down to -15, no problem. It's great because you can dress it up, it's waterproof, and it's very versatile with the removable lining. Another option would be to go with a thicker fleece and then just a uninsulated shell, something like the Beta AR, which I have also reviewed, or any other hard shell jacket. Another option would be foregoing the fleece altogether and going for a much thicker down jacket, something like the Fall Raven Expedition Downlight jacket, which I really love. I've reviewed that as well, and I'll link above. I think it would be great for traveling. When it's packed down, it would fit on the outside of my backpack, and it is extremely warm and would basically negate the need for a fleece altogether. And as long as it doesn't get above 0, you're not at risk of any rain, so the down won't wet out at all. Now in terms of accessories, I will be bringing just 2 pairs of boxers, the Ex Officio boxers, which are a staple for most travelers. I only need to bring 2 pairs because I'll be wearing long johns a lot of the time, and you don't need to be wearing boxers under your long johns. I will also bring 3 pairs of these hiking merino wool socks. These are from various brands. These socks are super warm and comfortable. In terms of my hands, I do tend to get very cold hands. I'm opting to bring very thick mitts. These are great because they're Gore-Tex and they have this wrist strap. You can easily pull off your mitts and use your phone without having to put your mitts in your pockets. For most people, the mitts are probably overkill. You could probably go with some thin fleece gloves or something, and as long as your hands are in your pockets, they should be fine. But I can fit these mitts in the bag no problem, so I'll be bringing them. So on the flight, I'll be wearing 1 pair of boxers. I will be wearing the long johns and the jeans. On the top, I'll be wearing the Patagonia shirt with the Mountain Hardwear fleece on top, and then putting the trench coat over top of that. All the other clothes easily fit in this packing cube, which will then go in my backpack. As you can see, the backpack still has plenty of room for my toiletries and other essentials. I will be making a separate video for toiletries and essentials, as they stay fairly consistent regardless of where or when I'm traveling. So please subscribe for that video, which will come out in the coming weeks. And that is all the clothing you're going to need for any winter trip. It's great that all this clothing easily fits in this 25-liter bag with plenty of room to spare. I even have enough room to bring a dress shirt or something like that if I wanted to. But that's all I'm going to be bringing for this trip. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it's helpful to you guys. If you have any suggestions for other jackets you like, put them in the comments below. I will try and link the products as best I can in the description, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe for more. Thank you.